To a future generation standing present in this very moment, right here in this space, what do you witness? Certain truths demand that you listen with your deepest intuition. From the profound depths of mind, from the unconscious rising into conscious awareness, behold what unfolds before you is no mere coincidence but a profound connection. You have been guided to this point to see, to comprehend and to prepare. As has been revealed, the perception of a being in a world that seems to spin in altered rhythm, the familiar cadence now out of balance, it knocks insistently at the door of consciousness, does it not? What might unfold if Earth no longer turns in the manner we once understood? What if the invisible shield safeguarding us, the planetary magnetic field, begins to transform, yet pause and delve deeper being? Could the physical upheavals we observe, mere surface tremors, actually mirror a far greater movement of spirit? From the accelerating drift of magnetic poles, to the resonant echoes from Earth's interior through quakes and erratic shifts in climate patterns. If all this forms but one breath in the vast respiration of the universe, the true question emerges, not whether it will occur, but whether we grasp its meaning in time. Certain scientists regard these magnetic alterations as natural cycles, repeating countless times long before humanity appeared. Yet ancient records, from eras when human souls still attuned to natural rhythms, from mystics of old, and the very archives of the Akashic field, whisper something more profound. As Earth shifts, collective human consciousness vibrates in resonance. Listen, being, if in this present instant you sense the world around you entering an unsettling era, a phase of profound instability that stirs unease, pause here and remain with the journey. For what we now explore transcends mere geography or weather. It touches the destiny of humankind itself. Across the rivers of time, certain souls have carried the role of cycle watchers. They gaze not only with mortal eyes but with the third eye, perceiving greater laws at work. They study ancient carvings and signs where cyclic principles stand inscribed. In venerable civilizations, from the ancient Maya to sacred Egypt, from the wise Hopi tribes, all have chronicled these earth changes. Such disturbances linked to Earth's cyclic transformations, whether magnetic pole migrations or capricious weather. These mark periods when souls must plant what needs sowing and harvest essential lessons. Visionaries throughout history offered many verified foretellings of Earth's transitions, of massive quakes, of temporary shadows preceding the dawn of a fresh cycle. Yet those wise spirits never named it apocalypse. They spoke of threshold moments, essential gateways for evolution to advance. So pose this question. If we peer deeply into today's signs, a chilling yet vital inquiry rises in the mind. Might 2026 stand as a major turning threshold, a pivotal step for consciousness? Pole shift science or spiritual cycle? Understand this clearly. Earth's pole shift manifests in two forms. One involves the migration of magnetic poles, the other a potential slippage of the entire crustal shell. Geological records confirm such events have occurred, the most recent full reversal some 70,000–80,000 years ago. In a deeper spiritual dimension, however, the magnetic axis serves as the planet's balance point. When this axis alters, it initiates a collective rebalancing of consciousness. All healing forces and renewal begin from within. The worldly apprehension many, swayed by fear's grip, worry that magnetic pole migration might unleash extreme climate anomalies, heightened volcanic activity, and disruption to modern technologies. As the field weakens, protection diminishes, leaving the planet vulnerable to solar storms and cosmic radiation. A chilling vision emerges. Compasses lose true direction, systems falter. Humanity must adapt amid uncertainty. Yet remember, every healing force resides within. Even in chaos, opportunity arises for minds seeking peace. Deeper spiritual teaching as granted. These geological shifts are no disasters, they serve as wake-up calls. They symbolize the intersection of light and shadow, order and chaos, the passing of the old and the birth of the new. When a system falls out of equilibrium, Nature compels itself towards self-healing. The signs are now unfolding. Observe the swift migration of the North Magnetic Pole, drifting rapidly from beneath Canada toward the vast reaches of Siberia. Notice the geological anomalies now surfacing, the surge of heat waves, and the increasingly unpredictable climate phenomena. Above all, attune yourself to the rising intensity of solar activity that many scientists forecast will unfold in the near future. All these currents move in parallel with a swelling sense of collective awakening. Countless souls are beginning to feel it deeply. The great shift is truly underway. Pause and settle into this precise moment being. The mind is the builder. Do you sense the accelerating tempo of the world around you? Do you perceive the old values and outdated systems cracking under pressure? Have you ever paused to wonder whether these upheavals connect to a far greater purpose woven into the journey of your own soul? Are these earth changes merely a natural cycle repeating through deep time, or do they serve as a powerful signal calling humanity toward awakening? Turn inward, search your own depths, and share what you discover. If the rhythm of this transformation resonates within you, declare it simply, I'm paying attention. Practical preparation, understand this clearly, there is no need to flee. Instead, equip yourself. Strengthen personal self-reliance by mastering basic survival skills and securing essential supplies of food and water. Deepen your knowledge of climate patterns and geological processes. Most importantly, cultivate community. Mutual support stands as the greatest strength during any era of upheaval. Spiritual preparation, fear, is the force that weakens resolve. Anchor yourself in inner stillness, aligning with the core principles of love and right action. Draw strength from within. That inner power grants flexibility amid any change. In every circumstance you retain the sacred choice of the path you will walk. The power of awakening humanity has navigated countless trials across the river of history. What truly matters is not what will befall the planet, but who we choose to become in the midst of it. You reap what you sow, and this present moment offers the perfect soil for planting seeds of courage, understanding, and compassion. If the magnetic pole reversal and the broader earth changes truly belong to a grand cosmic cycle, then this being is no final curtain falling on existence. It may well mark the dawn of a new era, one in which souls learn to live in greater harmony, with deeper awareness, and in recognition that we remain inseparable from this living planet. If these words stir something profound within your being, show your support to help spread the message. Share it with others who ponder the great questions of the universe, and continue the journey together. Keep the mind curious and the soul awake. May peace and alignment walk beside you on the path of inner truth. A blessing for the soul's serenity and evolution. Indeed, we are examining the records as they have been inscribed. We are gazing into the flow of time and space itself. Listen now with the stillness of your soul. What reveals itself here aims not to sow panic, but to rouse the wisdom already dwelling within you. For the mind is the builder, and what you welcome into consciousness at this hour will shape the way you cross the threshold into the emerging age. Across countless ancient mystical traditions, from humanity's earliest dawn, certain souls have always been known as watchers of cycles. They refuse to view the world through the narrow lens of material existence alone. They perceive the operation of cosmic forces. Beyond the instruments of modern science, they read the ancient text, decode sacred symbols, and recognize the recurring patterns that have echoed without interruption since human souls first embarked on the adventure of earthly experience. Look back at the traces left by great civilizations. The learned Maya, the priests of ancient Egypt, the wise elders of the Hopi people, from different corners of space and time, all accessed the Akashic records. They documented eras of fierce planetary transformation. They warned of cycles when climate grows ferocious, when the planet's magnetic poles begin to wander, and, at the deepest level, when collective human consciousness undergoes total renewal. Throughout history, seers and channels of the One have delivered prophecies so precise they linger in the mind like echoes. They foresaw geological upheavals, the escalation of natural cataclysms, the collapse of empires, and profound crises that precede humanity's passage into a renewed age. Those records have found fulfillment in great wars, pandemics sweeping continents, and the destructive misuse of powerful energies. Yet, hold this truth close, authentic visionaries never labeled such events the end of the world. In the eternal realm of the soul, endings do not exist, only transformations. They named these moments threshold moments, the liminal gateways of transition. These are the hours when the karma of all humanity comes to be weighed. These are the instances when Earth's vibrational field alters, compelling every soul incarnated here to choose to rise in alignment with Christ consciousness or to linger in the shadows of selfishness and fear. And now, as we stand firmly in the present and look deeply into the signs appearing across the sky and beneath the ground at this very hour, a quiet yet piercing awareness begins to rise. A question knocks at the consciousness of all who are ready to awaken. Could the year 2026 indeed represent one of those monumental turning thresholds? Being light and shadow contend fiercely in this precise moment, and it is no accident that your soul has been drawn toward these inquiries. Prepare your mind, for as we venture deeper into the mysteries of pole reversal and Earth's unfolding signs, you will come to realize that the map guiding destiny does not reside in the outer world. It has always been hidden within you. Your mind builds reality, as has been granted. Insights flow ceaselessly from the unconscious into conscious awareness. Turn the third eye toward the near horizon, especially as the moment of crossover draws near. We dwell in one of the strangest moments the universe has ever known, do we not? The heartbeat of our planet no longer echoes the familiar rhythm held in our collective memory. The magnetic poles drift with startling speed. Forces long dormant beneath the surface now stir and stretch outward, sending ripples across the vast ocean of shared awareness. Vast ice sheets crumble and dissolve, while the sky unleashes unpredictable torrents of change. This is what so many souls have sought and named Earth changes, the profound transformations of our Mother Earth. Far beyond mere physical events on this terrestrial sphere, they reveal a grander shift in the very architecture of collective thought. Listen closely, fellow beings. If this unfolding represents only the natural progression of our world, the true question never concerns whether it happens. Instead, it asks whether our souls stand ready to comprehend its meaning at the precise instant it arrives. Certain minds anchor themselves in earthly explanations, pointing out that magnetic pole movements have occurred countless times before. Yet ancient mystics whisper a deeper truth across the ages. Every alteration upon this planet resonates in harmony with the reconstruction of human consciousness itself. Can you sense it? That subtle tremor before an era of chaos. The quiet unease as old orders begin to fracture. Resist the urge to turn away. Remain here and immerse yourself in this emerging light. For what we are about to unveil concerns neither stone, sand, nor shifting climate alone. It speaks to the sacred blueprint of destiny woven into your own essence and into the fabric of all humankind. Who, then, will guide us through this enveloping mist? From the dawn of time, certain guardians have watched over the endless cycles, the watchers of cycles. They perceive reality not through the lens of modern instruments, but through eyes attuned to the eternal flow of reincarnation. In ancient scripts, in symbols etched upon enduring rock, in the unchanging loops of history, they discerned this profound reality. Civilizations such as the Maya, the Egyptians, and the Hopi elders all understood. They spoke of epochs marked by extreme weather, shifting poles, and evolving awareness, not as prophecies of apocalyptic doom, but as threshold moments, the liminal gateways where one realm dissolves into another, where a new age emerges woven from light and lingering fog. When we lift our gaze today, one question burns with clarity. Might the year 2026 serve as the beacon signaling that very threshold? Join me now, guided by deep intuition, to explore the magnetic pole shift. That scientific phenomenon which may also mark the rhythmic pulse of soul cycles. The poles can realign through a simple reversal of position or through a broader migration of the planet's outer shell. The most recent full reversal unfolded some 780,000 years ago. A figure that feels icy and distant in the realm of matter, yet carries an overwhelming shiver for the subconscious mind. In spiritual lore, these poles form the axis linking planetary equilibrium. As they wander, our own awareness trembles in response, seeking renewed freedom and inner harmony. Many hearts recoil before the encroaching shadow. They envision catastrophe, furious climate upheavals, earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, navigation systems shattered by a disrupted magnetic shield. Cosmic radiation and solar storms would pierce the thinning barrier, unleashing turmoil across the surface. Yet remember this essential truth: darkness never signifies an abyss. It serves as a mirror compelling awakening. In such times, outdated structures collapse because they no longer serve, allowing nature to reclaim balance and rebuild order anew. Observe the signs unfolding before us. The North Magnetic Pole races northward faster than ever recorded, abandoning Canadian lands and drawing towards Siberia. Geological forces awaken with intensified tremors. Weather patterns grow erratic and untamed. Scientists report heightened solar energy surging forth. Do you feel it stirring within? A collective awakening ripples through countless lives. Whispers spread of an age in profound transformation. Pause for a moment, seeker. Do you notice the world accelerating beyond its former pace? Do ancient structures lose their steadfast grip? Above all, do you wonder whether you drift helplessly in a vortex or participate actively in this magnificent rebirth? For you, do these changes represent merely the mindless turn of nature's wheel, or do they sound a clarion call to awaken? Leave a comment with the words, "I'm paying attention," if you too begin to perceive that our world edges into an era of profound awakening. Preparation arises not from fear. Fear clouds only the mind. Strengthen practical survival skills, stay informed, track reliable knowledge. Yet hold this above all else: forge connections. In the midst of upheaval, community becomes the greatest life raft. On the spiritual plane, cultivate inner stillness. Seek alignment with the sacred and the benevolent. The power of choice remains forever yours. Rise above terror and co-create the future. Humanity's story has never lacked trials of life and death. In the end, what truly matters is not how many tempests our planet endures, but who we become once the storms subside. This magnetic pole migration, should it prove part of this long cosmic rhythm, does not herald the world's conclusion. It plants the seed of renewal for an emerging epoch. An epoch where we breathe in unison with Earth's rhythms, grasp the depths of our souls, and realize we have never truly stood separate from this living world. If these words resonate within your spirit, let the light spread by giving this a like. Share it with those still wrestling with questions of cosmic fate. And subscribe so we may journey onward, unraveling mysteries yet to be revealed. Yes, the path continues. We witness thought forms now enveloping our entire globe. Behold what transpires, dear being, as the invisible shield that divine armor bestowed upon our world begins to thin, interpretations steeped in shadow emerge into view. This serves not to sow dread but to foster readiness. For when protection weakens, Earth opens herself to receive fiercer cosmic energies that can prove both potent and demanding. We observe solar flares and geomagnetic storms, messages of fire dispatched by the sun, our system's radiant father. For humanity's technological marvels, those modern idols we have crafted and upon which we depend, fragility awaits. Power grids, aircraft soaring the skies, satellite-guided paths. A reality dawns where compasses no longer faithfully point north. where invisible threads of connection fray and break. In that hour, humanity must turn inward to the one infallible compass that never errs, the intuition residing at our core. Yet, as ancient wisdom reminds us, view none of this as punishment. It unfolds as a profound spiritual lesson, calling us deeper still. Understand this profound truth: Earth exists as a living entity. It mirrors the very consciousness of humanity. The geological upheavals, the tremors rippling through the planet's crust, serve as the world's quiet groans in response to humanity's discordant thoughts, its greed and its divisions. The pole shift stands as a majestic symbol of rebalancing, the eternal struggle between light and shadow, between rigid old order and the necessary chaos that births something entirely new. When an ancient tree grows brittle and hollow at its core, the storm arrives not to destroy it utterly, but to clear the way so fresh green shoots beneath can rise toward the sun. These earth changes function as powerful wake-up calls. They shatter illusions of material security and compel the soul to seek refuge in values that endure beyond time. Behold, dear being, the signs now unfolding right before your eyes in this present moment, during these very months of the year 2026. The North Magnetic Pole no longer rests in stillness. It races forward at an unprecedented pace, migrating from the icy expanses of Canada toward the vastness of Siberia. This movement has left the realm of theory and entered lived reality beneath your feet. Earthquakes increase in both frequency and intensity. Long dormant volcanoes stir and awaken. The breath of the planet grows warmer, while the atmosphere carries swirling currents of unpredictable energy. Turn your gaze especially toward the sun. Its cycles of activity now reach a crescendo, interacting directly with Earth's transforming magnetic field. Together they compose a grand symphony of transformation. Yet the clearest sign, beloved being, resides neither in the heavens nor upon the ground. It dwells within the collective feeling now stirring across humanity, the collective awakening. Have you, along with many around you, begun to sense a strange inner urging, a perception that time flows faster than before, that familiar patterns of living no longer fit, and an expectant waiting for something immense about to arrive? This sensation marks the soul remembering. It resonates in harmony with the planet's emerging new rhythm. Yes, we find beings gathered here. We touch the awareness of those listening in this precise instant in the month of March during the year 2026. Pause now, dear being. Allow the clamor of the outer world to fade and turn inward. In recent days, have you noticed the pulse of time seeming to accelerate? Deep within, do you feel a vibration that extends beyond the physical land to the very beliefs and structures you once regarded as unchanging? Do you witness the old systems, those built upon greed and separation, beginning to crack and fracture before your eyes? And perhaps in dreams or in sudden moments of stillness, a question has flickered through your mind. Could these upheavals form part of something far greater, a sacred plan your soul chose to witness? Listen to your intuition. If these words ring within you like a bell of remembrance, leave your mark in this stream of energy. Inscribe your affirmation, "I'm paying attention." If you sense that the world, and you within it, now step across the threshold of a great awakening, do not hesitate, because the resonance of aligned minds will generate waves of transformation. And so the essential question arises: what must we do? As ancient wisdom teaches, true preparation never springs from fear, since fear destroys clarity. Preparation arises from wisdom and understanding. On the practical level, become the wise steward of the temple that is your body. Cultivate self-reliance during this transitional era. Learn to walk in friendship with the land. Acquire fundamental survival skills. Gather reserves of water and food. Do so not from selfishness, but to ensure stability when external material flows face interruption. Seek knowledge without closing your eyes to the sciences of geology and climate, yet view them through the eyes of a spiritual seeker. Above all else, build community. In times of upheaval, true strength lies not in solitary individuals but in shared communion. Small groups bound by love and mutual support will stand as the steadiest beacons amid any storm. On the spiritual level, dear being, material preparation holds little meaning if your spirit succumbs to panic. The mind serves as the builder. Do not permit fear to take root, because fear draws toward you precisely what you wish to avoid. Instead, preserve inner calm. Practice meditation and prayer to keep the pineal gland and the body's energy centers open and balanced. Seek alignment. Live in accordance with the ideals you set before the one source. Develop inner strength, the serenity that remains unshaken by events. Become fluid like water yet steadfast like a mountain. Above all, remember humanity's greatest power choice. Every moment of crisis presents an opportunity for the soul to decide fear or love, contraction or sharing, darkness or light. An empowering message, the history of humankind, preserved within the Akashic records, reveals that you have navigated countless cycles of change. The flame of life has never been extinguished. In this era, dear being, what matters most is not what will happen to the planet's crust. It is not how many degrees the magnetic poles will shift. What matters most is who you choose to become in that defining moment. Will you regard yourself as a victim of circumstance or as a torchbearer lighting the way? Will you mourn what has been lost or help create what now emerges? Every healing force resides within you. The map for the future already rests quietly in your heart.